to make a film informed video. Yeah. But that's it loading up. Where am I now? Where am I now? Where are we now? So this is recording. Um, this is very important to make now here and now. So this is Saturday the 14th of the 3rd. This is basically the video I'm going to show you. But I'll speak of the matter first. So you have your own human rights experiment. That's what OBINexus is. OBINexus is a human rights first, breath first, life first, life next. Breath first, breath and life first. They're very important. It doesn't mean you cannot change it. Work only next. Work only next or last. Because what last is all done. But I want to show you a video here by Namdi Kanu, which is not me, but I'm just suing people. But I'm returning to as someone that's growing amongst the ranks of, human, but I don't care about that. I care about that. And I see myself as someone that's been, suppressed, but someone denied a lot of basic human rights, and that's what will be next to this. I'm thinking of changing M for Mike from Oscar, which is the digital operating system, Muko OS, to M for Mike, new formula, Muko OS. Now, Muko OS is basically stands for Masquerade, M for Mike, new formula, of Oscar. Mu stands for Masquerade, and Co stands for connection. So it's basically a series of Masquerade. It's a form. That's what everybody that lives in OBINexus is. We are the masquerade. We are the first masquerade. So that's me, and you're the virtual tribe of that. And literally, can't do good things are always going this way and that way. Because human rights is gonna be either, if I don't say it now, I have to say so. Biafran sovereignty, because I'm from Biafra, I'm a Nigerian. I never know Nigeria, I never only know Biafra. And I'm a Biafran, so to continue about the Nigerian Biafrans only. But today is very important to understand that I'm not really agitated or angry with them. I don't have time. I'm trying to empower people, but I'm not just a talker. I'm not. I'm someone that takes action on my own initiatives. I've always been like that. It doesn't matter what time or not. I'm gonna introduce the birth wheel. Now, the birth wheel is your birth certificate. So you have since you can talk, you're allowed to write your birth bill. Your birth bill is basically what you need and want, because it allows you to enable you for the future and the past. So if you really do die, you get cancer or something like that, someone gets shot, the birth bill allows you to say what you need in life as soon as you can talk, as you can articulate your voice, but let's say, to make it fair, you can write it from anytime you're a child, anytime you want some kind of things, so the birth rate is an oral skill for children. I'm running as a business too, but the birth rate is one of the most fascinating things that because if I could write down anything I want as a child, and really respected by, it's gonna give me go back to my country, give me food, shelter, give me this, and I'll be your, that's what the birth rate is. You need to empower children, and only children, you can use your birth rate once until you're 15 years old. 15 years old, as a child, But the birth is the component thing I'm saying. It has to be in place. I think the goal, every child gets the birth bill, is to the system, but they're looking at me as someone as a threat to their business and their monthly and the I'm not here for, I'm looking, I haven't killed anyone, I haven't shot anyone, I don't have a crime, I'm not police watch, I'm not dealing with the police, and no one should make me believe that. I will not accept that. It will be a system of so you did do it. So you're considered this crime. That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna work out for me in the long run. One second, guys. So the birds were like, I want to build a quantum radio. I want a quantum radio. I want a quantum phone. Things that you don't want, that's what they need. And all the birds should be taken as not want as a need. I need that. Just you to build that if it's not there. We give them the money. So every child gets 10,000 pounds of money in their birthday and above, like let's say 10,000 pounds, which are not homeless. With no other cap limit, in the bank account, that money is for the birth will, just so they can go on the world and start doing stuff they want to do. It's just the human rights business. So I'm going to show a video here on the human rights framework. Basically, there's also a way to cut someone's body so the scar comes over the tissue and basically code for it because you want to be so you cut someone's basically the baby can cut someone's hair and they can grow into sort of bone and they identify them because the growth has already taken place. But the system is so I'm trying to protect you guys and me because I know this stuff too. I'm trying to protect you. So you cut someone forensically and and you know what they are, you know what they are, you know what they do, you see, no one stays in a queue world forever, but it's not possible. To get me out is not an issue because you get that happens too much. I have to find a way out because I want to way out in my life. They want me to struggle, so I don't get out. It's just a simple email, patient, and I'm entitled to human rights. But this is the triple human rights. OBINexus is about the human rights stuff in something. We're gonna put them still get human rights, get soul rights. So the soul rights keep your human rights. So the soul rights is basically my framework of human rights. Basically having the sensory pressure. Your soul rights is different from human rights. 100% different. It's destroying, but it's just being inspired to your soul. So if you think of your human rights as your heart right, and your soul rights is your environment right, your soul. Work. This is what you tell someone, but to get people out of detainment to the constitution model, and free their minds because I've had freedom because my brother is a king, and my brother is a king, and he had to come out. He go to back at any time, but anytime I want. But you cannot pretend like it's too much to do. And this, you're gonna have the spiritual model there. How to do. Oh, it's too hard. It's too hard. Oh, we can't do it. Oh, we can't do it. The kind of funny thing is because just people are doing nowadays in the UK, and the kind of bureaucracy is just what's stopping them. They don't want to do the job, but they want to just get out with the money they're getting. Anyway, there's corruption in Nigeria. I've seen much more corruption. I don't want to be like that. They be like that's what they want to be. They're sick, not me. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I can't do anything for this country. I can't work for this country. The more I'm here, the more I feel violated. I didn't know that. The more it costs them too. And I'll still get the money back. It's my money. They're just wasting the time. Because I'm doing it's really been my people see what I'm doing. I'm not going to talk about too much about that. They just keep talking to themselves. So the framework of human rights is broken. And as you can see, that's why the soul rights and the human rights and the constitutional rights exist. So you get the student soul, which is like have 18 human rights, but Daniel Christ, or you can violate my rights, 18 human rights. It's violent to state, shit, it can't be clean yourself. Because I can build a fucking robot to clean it. Literally, I can clean this place with a fucking robot, so I want to fucking clean this place, clean this shithole. Oh, it's like, I didn't clean it last night, but the mess is there. So see the mess there? There's a mess on the other side. I clean the side clean it to clean them, but there's no equipment. I can't clean it, I can't take it, not gonna be here for these people, they're useless people. Anyway, fact of the matter is, there are people that are my compound that are happy living good life, but Google or my people are like super child it's to protect them. It's like a shield, shield around them, around us. And we are the masquerading inside. Of course, going to a place we want to build. But there's no constitution in China, there's no constitution anywhere else. Biafra. I'm gonna build this properly. I own this shit, so I'm running this place properly. So I'm gonna start with the constitution, but the constellation model, the model where we are, So the constellation model is like the stars, and the stars are basically where you're from, basically from the stuff. You got to stop. You got to you can say that you got to that rarely moves in the start. Yes, the move, it moves, it drifts, and that is Sagittarius A. The cluster, now Sagittarius A is the center of the Milky Way galaxy, and Sagittarius A is the cluster of Sagittarius is so important to understand that Sagittarius A is how it moves, from Milky Way. For everyone it's hard to be, but for everyone it's most important. It's time. It's a really time from the sun, from the center of the sun, and Sagittarius is anything that hardly moves what time is for you versus relative to everyone else, your neighbors. And you get custom galaxies visualization choice. Now, I'm intellectual. I know that you can map this using the Lorentz character in time. But I'm not necessarily to do it. I have to take a measurement look at the light and tell them that's basically fine, but there's a more precise time. And that's why Muko see time, Muko consensual time, Muko constitutional time, create the time that we all should have and share and never lose, never drop. Yeah. But but I'll choose that later. I'm basically a prisoner of conscience. Because I've been paid for asking for housing. It's people who put money into those scenarios. But the fact of the matter is, there is literally a lack of housing. Anyway, for people like me, that stick one. No, I don't care about it, guys. I don't give a shit. I care about the status. They don't want to help me. No, I don't want their help. I want the help that I want it for everybody else. That's what I asked for. I didn't ask for entertainment. I didn't ask for tripolar. You didn't tell me on trap. I thought I know it was tripolar. I thought it was tripolar. You didn't tell me it was tripolar. But keep giving them more medication, keep teaching the people like I wish them well in their lives, but not me. I'm leaving Nigeria. I have to go. I'm not in the house in the UK. I have no housing. I'm from Bearfront. I'm from a compound. I have other things to do in my life. Thank you very much for adhering to the but you cannot keep me here forever. It's only 1 year allowed to keep you for anyway. But you cannot force me because that's a physical right. You cannot force me. You can't try to force me. Yeah, but you look bad on you too. Just remember that. Because I don't hold anybody. I don't touch people. I don't molest people. I don't touch people here, there. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't know one of you. Um, the water crisis in UK. Where is it? 10th. Fuck. I did give a fuck until I was here. So fuck. Yeah. So let me show you the system here. I'm speaking from the heart of God. Speaking honestly. So let me show you the video here. I'll show you. Oh, it's changed. Breaking news. Let's listen to it now. So this is Namdi Kanu. Mazi Namdi Kanu, sir. Namdi Kanu. That's what Mazi means. So this is his TikTok. But I'm trying to take the soldiers he had so I can retrain them. Because this is human rights. I'm trying to get Namdi Kanu to have my own soldiers, his own soldiers. So I'm trying to take all the soldiers from him to me, but I don't know how to do that. But I would not use it for killing people. Use it for solving my problems. So we have to build something before we can have it. So it'll be like my way now. But because I really want to take over the what he has, for my security. Because the security is very poor in the UK, and fact of the matter is that's good. If I can be for the message for 3 years of my life, trying to get out as a child, then tell me that it's my fault. I put myself there. It's my fault. That's a broken system. It's broke, and that's why having your system matters. Uh, oh yes, and you have to always use your birthright. You can use it when you are. If anything happens, you can use your birthright forever. The when you turn 20, 25, 35. So you have period different definitely from 35 until maybe 50 years old, but until you can talk, right, can use the birthright anytime. Basically, these are penises of disgusting. This can be someone's dick, and they are literally harvesting penises. But this is Chinese doctor jailed for illegal heart construction. So obviously your birthright can be used anytime you want. But just make sure you do responsibly. It's something you're gonna get. I want to build. But you have to be a child. You have to be 15 years old. 15, you get a chance. You get 15, 14, 15 to 25, 15 plus 15. You're 30 years old. No, 35 will be the measure. 10 years old. Yes, thank you for telling me that. Um, yes, but that's your birthright. Something you want to demand from a institution. But it's really down to my 17 business because it's so from. So this China's a black market for organ donation. China has black market. Yes, China has human rights issues too, big human rights issues. This is one of them. But this is basically has to stop. So China, there's no question there. Accepted, China's doctors jailed for illegal organ harvesting. Let's just one of the kind of to say about it. So basically, they want us to have the Chinese want big penises. But I don't care what I want big penis. You can't go there and harvest. You can't do it. So that's the thing. You can't do what the law says. If you can do it, if you can go and do it. So don't will stop them from doing it. That's why the constitutional issue should be. You must stop. They must work. It must work. Chinese people cannot do this to me. If I see this problem and stop them when I'm there. I don't care what you big penis or fucking dick or. I don't care what you have. I care what the status of what you're doing. So I have to find out how to get intel intelligence from how this has happened. But this should not be happening to me because it's the internet there. But I need an insider. I need someone that knows Chinese system, Chinese black man, so I can start shutting this down from the inside out. That's the way I like to work, inside out. But this is like when they kill you, when the Jesus kill you, they have business. Human rights is a business. This is why this is possible. It's a business. It's a business. It's a full-on business. And that's what I'm part of. Look, that's what the consumer is bound by. That's why it's there because it's a business. Not because of me understood it, me not understood it, but it's what it is. It's a business. He didn't understand it. No, he didn't understand it. I would say so. He didn't understand. He didn't understand it. You didn't understand it. You'd be smart to know it's a business. But people making it. But usually this one's a business. I'm running mine as a constitution. So the system is different because I'm not putting money in first. I am building sovereignty. I'm creating sovereignty. So it's so much more than a business. And that's how I put it that, he may understand it's a business or not, but this is what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. So how much time are we gonna wait for the time to solve this problem? I just get started. There's not about killing people per se. It's about making sure that we have sustainable, Namdi. You have to remember that. If it's not sustainable, you already failed your own self. Because you didn't break. You're gonna be next to me soon. But the fact of the matter is that this is not what the union cares about. The union doesn't care about this. if they, I mean, they couldn't care about this, if they did care about this, the sort of change, the sort of change, so they didn't care about this, they care about the whatever was really work for them, and that's what works for them. So, they don't care about you per se. They care about maybe the money. The money is very important. They care about the money, yes, because they get paid to do the job. But there's something more they care about, and that is them, the people themselves. Corruption is basically corruption to a sovereign level, and that is why the constitution matters. So you have to build human. So everyone can do humans as a business. So it's allowed you to invariably just do humans as a business. Humans is a business, and it should be taken as a business. That is why you can do it. That is why you can do it. Chinese doctors, more than one. That's terrible. We don't see, they see, we don't wait for anything. We just wait for we do what we can do. That's what we do what we can do. See, it's that's what the problem is. It's humorous. You can only do so much. This one's chopping up business. This one's harming you. If you lost a hand, we can do so much. So it doesn't say it's basically the problem is that if it doesn't matter how good your skills are, if you are amputated, someone has to do a bit for and that's why this comes together. It's not just just who has to master it. You have to belonging. Masquerade is belonging. People talk to me and they tell me ABC, but I'm masquerade because I'm belonging. So I'll leave this place eventually. Yes, I'll go to the front. I'll try to sort my humorous issue out, but I'll still build my own. Doesn't matter how long it takes to build stuff. We still do it. We still do it. These people that come here, they don't do nothing. That's fine and dandy. I'm not one of them. I have nothing here to do anyway. I've done my education. I'm educated. I have I'm and the radio systems I'm building are because African ocean of imagine you don't get the activation of land. That means that you are not crazy when you build it. You have your mind is there. Your mind is there. And if you put money into it, then you forget what you could need money out of it to sustain that system. You need double the money to double. You need 10% stability of the money to get started every year, every ratio, like the steady growth of your business. For me, I was £10,000, but that was big money. But that was big money I used wrongly, and that's why the constitution matters. If I ever die tomorrow, my sleep was get me a pay to get me out of here. That's what I'm saying. It's what it is. It's what it is. Well, go then. You see, the problem is go. I have Pandorans. I have people that masquerade. You see, the system has to stop giving women like show women. That's why free the women. That's why Pandora's matter. Pandora's women that are masquerade. They're free to do anything they will. Like the men. Because this one is a policy there. If someone can actually do that thing, the system already failed. So I'm saying, the policies are there to like derail the bad behavior, or so it can show, that's why EG will have public law and order. There's order, if you do this something, you have an order. I'm building my own framework for human rights, and that's what important. It's not one framework to what human rights is. It's frame policy you have to move on. It doesn't matter if it's health and social care. You have health and enablement. Doesn't matter if it's the fastest going missile in the world. You have your fastest missile in the world. Because in theory and practice is in theory there is practice is separation of yourself to the two things. You understand, say you can't read or write. I speak in gibberish. I never speak in gibberish. I have in my language gibberish so you can understand what I'm saying. So I can develop my own picture of what is actually happening around me. So we start seeing stuff, hearing stuff I want to hear, and taking all the noise out. You hear what you hear. Yes, you're gonna hear what you're gonna hear. You can't hear what you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear what you have to hear. Information the process out. That is called being. That's called trying to learn for yourself. Trying to filter out the noise from the information. The fence here, I'm looking at the fence here in my room. Anyway, the day has come. So I've not see, there's no war there in Nigeria. There's no war. I can go have a great life, but I care. I care because I've not lived. I've not lived the life I wanted to live. And that's why this matters to me. That's what matters so much to me. This why it goes into my heart, my soul, and my heart, my soul first. Because there are people there that could have part of these people are dying, but I don't know whether they're them or not. It's probably the them because see different really here, but I'm saying he doesn't have nothing kind of I would say go. You could just, I would say go, just go and get this stuff up. But he's here. He doesn't understand. Because his mind is fragmented. His mind is going crazy. His mind is explaining this from birth. The people that get up that stuff, they try to control them too because they know they have something they want. I don't want any of that. I don't want their money. I don't want their clothes. I don't want their because I have my own framework of what that thing is meant to be. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. If it's crazy, tell me it's crazy. But I'm saying that sector of crazy that there's something that he doesn't want that because like this man is it's like me if I want to build a pen and this pen is costly. It's costly. I say let me build my own. I was just a simple pen. Go safe and buy a pen, like literally. But I can go build my own stuff. Build my own pen. But what would you take to go? It's basically more. But if I can go try experience what you use the pen. Find how it works, or can buy many pens of build my own. Because this pen, there's nothing wrong with it. It just works. Nothing wrong with this pen, and I can use it. I can adopt it. Oh, I can build my own, which is easy. Just adopt it now. But if it is, so if I want to build my own, I still can do it because it allows me opportunity and options to do what I want to do. But none of that. It's not an optional option. So it's what it is. It's what it is. It's the framework of human rights. It's just what it is. This pen is not a pen because I can use it to do it because I use pen. Because if I want to make a pen. Oh, learn to make a pen, learn about this, learn about that, until I get a perfect. No, but it doesn't work for me. But if there's no problem for me, there's no point in building a pen. But there's a lot of problems in Nigeria. That's why this pen, that's why some of things don't work. Not this pen, it doesn't work because it's too much. So basically, if the Chinese can do this, we can do this with them. We can show the prowess. We can 7,200 human penises shipped from Lagos to Nigeria, and it's shipped in China. We can do that. We can make it 14,000 400 Chinese penises taken from China, from China in a refugee container and intercepted not intercepted in Nigeria, not intercepted in Nigeria. We can make it that, because the rules are there. The rules. Anybody that can define the framework that around built around them is really the victor because you have the space. So, because you're gonna be in Nigeria, in my hometown, near Anambra State, gonna be all of them. But because I believe in any kind of life, and I'm still fighting for the bare minimum. It's not saying that they don't want you to do anything until something bad happens, and that is what human rights is. That is what it is, guys. If you keep killing people in here, because we can die in here. Yes, we can die in the womb, and don't get paid to do that. But my will is to, my will is literally be in Biafra soil and be in Biafra soil. And if I die, if anything happens to me, I want to die. I die. I get buried in my sword, where my hometown. Then that's where we buried. If anything happens when I die, I'm sick of that. I get buried there. That's when I die. Look, if cremated there, I just get buried there. That's what I want. That's my will. So we don't need to pray for husband. See, you don't need to pray. Just go and find a husband. Go and get a husband. That's what you should do. Don't you ever tell me for husband, pray for husband, nothing in my constitution, everything. Don't you pray for husband or wife or thing for everything, because there's no God in them. You worship your own idol, your own you can worship yourself in the mirror, but there's no worship because you no worship nothing. Because I'm making this around me, because I don't worship nothing. So see, they don't understand that because they don't understand the bigger picture, what's at stake, And that's what I'm saying. They don't understand, they don't understand what's at stake. So women like kids, because they have been so oppressed. It happened to me. That's tripolar. So it can happen to me, but they don't understand the system. They don't understand the foot I play. They don't understand the bigger grand scale of things. Because it's too far away from them to understand. So they can't understand it. They can't understand it from different reasons. They need unconsensual consensus. They need to tell them, yeah, do that, do this button, and this, press this one and someone will die. Press this one and someone will die. Or write this email and someone will get a house. These ones actually pull the trigger and say, yeah, that's what does that. This is what action. This action does this. Because it's like they don't understand the system. They don't understand. It's not because they don't hate. They don't understand the system. They need unconsensual. They need to say, yeah. This little pumps in the back. Hey, go. A little push, like a little here, go. Show myself, They need like someone on the back, like hey, go. They need that. They don't want that. They need it. And I'm saying it has to work in this way, like hey, go, keep going. Because it's a system that overfaded, exploiting women. It's been harassed, and that's what they know as the new foundation of womanity. Women are, so I've been around the individual. So, for me, I'm doing this for myself. I'm not asking anybody to tell me, hey, Namdi, go. No. As if you even lose a hand or leg, you feel that no one did anything for you. And that's what I'm saying. Cybernetics is why I made cybernetics up. Cybernetics is why it's in the up. You can almost walk because you go and do something. Doesn't matter the cybernetics. Say you're running and you run, something clicks in your leg. You're still going. Because going will, this will allow you to do more. Until that, it's gonna be. And that's what OBINexus matters. That's what it matters because I'm freeing myself. And there's no more support anything. All these files from Nigeria, from here to France, and it's an application form. That's what it is. I've been let down by a lot of people. But it isn't fragmented my mind, it doesn't damage how I think about them. It doesn't damage. That's what every spirit of every masquerade, every person in Biafra to have. That if you lost a hand or a finger, or some you lost your ability to do it, don't be angry or afraid of brother. Just say, resolve the issue, calm yourself down, and then solve the bigger problem solved. You start to see clearly. No, just want to build something from scratch. Like I want to build my own farm, a micro farm. Now asking about money, no, those are not it. They're not involved in it. What I'm thinking about is the fact that the farm I'm building will take me time to build, and anything I put in there, will either make or break me. Whether I need to build or allow me to fail, enable me to fail. Okay, so that's the video here today. 34 minutes, I'm done. Okay. Sovereignty, spin two. Yes, basically, if you spin something, a down, so you take it down, you spin it down twice, anti-clockwise, and then you have a card, you spin a clock clockwise, and each has a card, and I have a card, and you have a card, and the system will be a system of knowledge. You need to understand it there. So, they're very powerful. They're very powerful because, but they don't know how to use that power. They don't understand that power. It's like they don't understand what it means to have that power. So the shield and sword. So Nuka OS is the shield. You have a sword, guys. You guys have a sword, and the swords are literally weapons. So the shield is Nuka OS, the operating system. So Nuka OS is the constitution itself that I'm building, the place for utopia. People can master it, and the shield is because it protects your human rights. And let me just try to build a utopia. Because without any money, because money for me, I'm paying them because I was spending already, so I'm just using it without money. So I'm just calculate all my money. So, but I need money to build it. So I'll still find the money, but I'll manage my money. So to build it. So that's my key formula. Don't need my key formula. Kilo over Muko is the physical or F my key formula C for Charlie over which is the computer infrastructure MucoOS. But I can never move to care. They'll be hard to identify. So MucoOS is an African computing system. But there are two physical operating systems for birth, breathing, and living. And MucoOS, but I see something change, guys, with you guys. I see things change. You don't have to give me a will or something. Just think about what's happening, reflecting. Reflecting and tell me whether you can see that this will work, but because I have a physical so you can make money from so you can allow to run human rights in the business. Business human rights down. That's very policy anyway. So you can move this, because it's about to protect our people. It should protect us. Us. That's the goal. And that's what you guys want you to go to do. Shield and sword, sword and whip. The whip is the thing that can smite you, but it's 2 hits. And the sword can smite you 1 hit, can slay you. The shield is MucoOS, and the carrot and stick. I can give you the carrot, I can give you the stick. What do you want to leave? Medication or sorry. I'm not a human being in this kind of framework here, and that's why I'm framework, because it's what it has to be. It has to be like that. It cannot be stable without it. What else am I thinking about? So you have a spin, a chest spin, a down spin. 1, 2, you have a rotation. Usually I put a center here. And that will be my frame of reference to Uche and Ezio and Obi. That's for me, that's for you guys. That's for me modeling my new division. Telemetry as stability data, some frequency or a frequency band. It looks like a rubber band, but I'm trying to go on. I'm trying to make my quantum radio system on frequency band. So I don't know how to do that, but I have to research about frequency band and radio rubber bands. Because they're elastic, and that's why it's So I'm elastic quantum radio channels via A2 0 to 9. Thank you guys for one. Alphanumeric, okay, elastic. Thank you guys. Let's watch the video.